All righty. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shadid Drakeford. Today we have one of our players from the Maryland Jewels, Raven Fox. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having
Oh no, thank you for coming on. I know that the weather in the DMV region looks like it's going to rain, so I'm glad we're
me.
having this
Yeah,
now
yeah.
in- instead of
And
like
it's
an
still
hour.
hot outside, so I don't know what it's doing for
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like that heat is different.
real. Yeah.
That
Disrespectful. That's what it is.
it is very disrespectful for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Um, so that being said, let's start off with some interview questions. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Blaisburg, Maryland. It's not too far from Hyattsville. So yeah. I grew up in the area.
All right, all right. And it says here that you attended high school at Elizabeth Stanton High School.
No, Elizabeth Seton.
Elizabeth Seton. See, there we go. Like,
Mm.
see, this is why I gotta let you take the lead because I'm going to
No, you
mispronounce.
good.
See, Seton. See, I would have got that wrong. Um,
Yeah.
Was there anything significant that you did in your senior year by any chance that
Yeah.
the folks need to know about?
Yeah, I led the WCAC in scoring. I was taken away from my title, I would say, because I wasn't WCAC MVP, but it's all good.
And just to let folks know, leading the league in scoring, like how much did you average in your senior year?
I want to say I averaged like 20 a game. If not that, like 21. It was something in the 20s.
Man,
Yeah,
20 points a game. I mean, I know
yeah,
the analytics has been kind of new. I'm not for sure if they use WAR, in women's basketball, but that pretty much determines the value that an individual brings, whether or not they're going, how many games and how many games they're going to win just on their own. I think 20 points is a pretty high WAR number right there. It's got to be at least like 10,
it's tough.
which is which
Yeah,
is which is really solid. I mean, 10 is not a bad number. All right, that's what's
no,
up.
it was definitely tough because I had a tough high school run, so I wasn't eligible my first 3 years in high school. So my senior year was like my first full year. I was like able to rock out. So I was like, I'm giving it all I got for real because I lost like a lot of the schools that was recruiting me had stopped contacting me for real. So it was like my senior year. I had to redeem myself from like the 3 years that I missed.
Hold up. Your first 3 years in high school, you was deemed ineligible.
I was eligible for 3 years. My freshman year, I was eligible for the whole season. My sophomore year, I played the beginning, and I was eligible for the second year. My junior year, I didn't play the first year, but I played the second year, and then finally my senior year, I got it, I got it together, and I was able to play like a full basketball season, which is crazy.
That is some serious politics
Yeah,
that's involved. I mean, because
yeah.
I've heard some crazy stories. That right there easily got to be one of the top five crazy stories I've ever heard in my life.
Nah, it was crazy, and it definitely was all me. I just wasn't like coming in like I knew I was gonna be on varsity my freshman year, so I think like I got kind of big headed and I definitely got humbled real quick, and I pride myself on because a lot of people would have just gave up, but like basketball was something that I really wanted to do, and I just ended up finally getting it together my senior year, and it definitely opened some doors for me for sure.
I can only imagine. I mean, that's some high level character stuff, and that's some serious perseverance right there.
Yeah.
with that being said, I see like you went all out your senior year. Did you end up going to college and playing any basketball there?
Yeah, so after my senior year, I got recruited to go to Gulf Coast State College. It was a JUCO in Panama City, Florida. So I went there for 2 years just to get I had to get my credits because I didn't take the SAT or the ACT because my scores was just too low to jump right into a 4 year school. So I had to go to JUCO to get my credits right before I went. And then after I left Gulf Coast State College, I went to Syracuse. But right after my senior year, and like not too long after the season ended, that's when I signed to Syracuse. So I was signed with Syracuse my senior year in high school, and then they stuck with me
Oh
my whole
wow,
process in JUCO. Yeah,
wow. I mean,
yeah, I was blessed for real. I really was because I, I like I told you before, like I really just lost all my connects as far as like I mean, it wasn't high D1 like major D1 schools, but it still was. I was like, I don't care. Like, I still got offers, but like I said, I got humbled real quick.
I mean, you already know the probability of someone playing at a D1 university is extremely low.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
only the best of the best get D1 offers, period. So you had to be doing something right to get people to be like,
Yeah,
hey, like you need to go to Maryland. You need to check her out because she's doing something. So
yeah,
the fact that Syracuse, Orange Crush, kind of stick by you is like, yeah, we understand, but we're still gonna stick with you. I mean that also says a lot about them as well.
facts. Yeah, facts, facts. It really did. So yeah, I was able to. And the crazy thing is, it's so crazy. My whole time in college, like, I was on honor roll the whole time. I'm like, why couldn't I do this in high school? Like, I don't know. I guess God just does things for a reason. So take you through everybody's path to going to a high D1. Well, not. I'm not even gonna say because it don't even matter as long as you get a full scholarship to do what you love. That's all that matters for real. So I was just blessed. I was still able to play for real. So
Yeah, I mean, because you already know that student loans is kicking everybody
yeah,
what right now, and the fact that you
yeah,
don't really have to worry about that, and others like,
facts,
hey, like, are we going to get another extension? I mean,
facts,
you
facts.
don't you
Yeah, I
don't have to
definitely
have.
got some friends that say that all the time. So I'm definitely blessed I didn't have to worry about that leaving Syracuse because I would be working for years if I had to pay.
Oh yeah, I mean, because I know that's not a cheap school to go to.
Nah, it's not. Yeah.
Um, with that being said, but there's like any opponent in college, either at a golf course at Syracuse that you kind of really enjoyed like going up against.
I would say in Gulf Coast, it was definitely Chipola. Chipola, like, was our rival school. Every time we played them, it was always good bump. Um, at Syracuse, I would probably say Lexi Brown when we played Duke. That was a good game.
Ah,
Yeah,
the Dukies from Durham, North Carolina.
yeah. So we played when I played Duke. I think that was her senior year, so she was hooping for sure. And we actually beat them that game at home, so yeah, she was
Oh,
pretty sick, and she was in foul trouble.
oh,
Yeah,
I've heard that playing that arena is kind of a hostile environment. I've seen what it looks like for the men. I'm pretty sure the level of intensity is still the same, down there as well. Nah.
not for the girls. Like, I mean, if we need like people to come out for the Duke game, we did have a nice crowd because we was trying to beat the record for like the people who came. But it wasn't really that many as far as like the boys' game. The boys' game, they sell that joint out every game. But the girls, I mean, we have a decent crowd, but for all them seats in the dome, you would think like the support would be mutual, but it wasn't really. the same.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely one of those things that we're trying to increase their awareness of, and trying to get better
Right.
on all fronts. So it's an uphill
Right.
it's an uphill battle, but we'll get there.
For sure. I hope one day like people start to realize the value of women's basketball because we actually we actually can hoop. It's just I don't know
Oh,
what people are missing.
oh yeah, y'all can listen. I saw two of you games already. Y'all can definitely hoop. I mean, don't
Yeah,
don't get it twisted now. I am a fan of the Washington Mystics with Alina
a
Deladon and
fact.
company, and Candace Parker playing for the Chicago Sky. I mean, so
Right.
and I just saw like 3-on-3 Olympics, and several
Facts.
several of those women that won gold, they're playing for the A's in Las Vegas. So I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I guess
The
I
whole
needed to.
league is full of dogs
Oh,
on every team.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're not gonna they're not gonna tell you that unless you watch, and then when you watch, you're
Right.
like, and then you're like, oh, like
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like this. So yeah, it even humbled me, and
Right.
so but yeah, but that's incredible. So I see here that you graduated Syracuse in 2019. What was the
Mhm.
next move then?
I went to Estonia, so I played my first year overseas in Estonia. I played with Talent Ulico. So yeah, that was a cool first experience overseas. Got to see. I definitely lost a lot of weight. It's definitely a culture shock. It was a good experience to get my feet wet overseas. So it came to an end because of COVID. Like it started like right when it like I think Trump was talking about closing the borders almost. I was like, no, I
Oh,
cannot stay here. No.
oh no, no, foreign country
Yeah, I gotta.
having.
Yeah, I got up out of there quick.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's a the next day.
the next, yeah, I got up out of there. They
Oh,
wanted me
oh,
to
you was
stay
gone.
until this. Yeah, they wanted me to stay to the end of the season because we was like right in the middle of the Estonian playoffs. I think we had like three more games left before the season ended, and they wanted to finish it out. It was only me and another player that were American, so everybody else was from Estonia, so they didn't have nothing to worry about for real. But we gotta get home, like we not trying to stay over here. Like we already been here
Oh,
for 8 months, so yeah, we got up out of
oh,
there.
oh, y'all was gone.
Gone.
Okay,
Gone. I was
okay.
definitely upset because I was finally starting to get so my safety was more important than basketball at that point, for sure.
It's weird because like when you think about like having interviews with players or whatnot, you would never think that politics or the pandemic would get involved. But yet here's a prime example of you know somebody who was a president at the time saying like, hey, like because of everything that's going on, we can't just have just anybody just coming in and out of this country. And I remember when
Facts.
that was taking place, it was like either the second or the third week of March. It was like around that time period. He was
Yep.
saying, yeah, like if you over there, you gotta stay over there. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, so
It
like,
was that night too. It was that night. It was like 6, almost 7 a.m. over there, and it was like nighttime here. And I was just on the phone with my dad and my mom the whole night. We was just trying to figure out a plan for real. Cause it was getting scary. Cause it's like everybody passing away from a virus, and over there they just saying it's like the flu. I'm like, this ain't like the flu. Like people are like really dying at a rapid pace. Like so they wasn't even taking it serious over there, really. So that's what was worrying me as well. Cause I'm like, my people back home saying like we gotta like you need to come home, and then over there they like it's nothing serious. So it was I don't know, it was scary for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely that's definitely a weird vibe and definitely some conflicting stuff right there. I mean, I understand you got to get your money and whatnot, but also at the same time, when you don't feel like you're getting the support that you need from an organization, and your family's like, hey, like I don't know what they're saying, but that ain't it. Like
Right,
you kind of look at things a little bit differently.
for sure. Yeah. But I've been home ever since, and it's like, dang, I kind of miss it now. I wish I wasn't. So, like, I wish it wasn't like a quick decision that I had to make like that. But yeah, it's definitely been tough since I've been home for sure.
I can believe you. I mean, because after high school, you pretty much been on the road, pretty much.
Yeah, this is the well, before I started playing, like the Pitts League and the Spring League, like that was like the most consistent. Like I've been with basketball since I've been home because it's like so hard to get in the gym or find somebody to work you out in the gym. So it's like you'll go one day and then you off for a week. So like
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So this the most consistent I've been with basketball since I've been home for
I mean, I played basketball growing up, and I already know that try to have practices at least 2 times a week, and if not, you find a hoop somewhere in your neighborhood or go to the gym or something. So the fact that you get a little bit of work in for a day, and then you're off for like a whole week, not
and it's like you
because
starting all over again. All over again.
yeah, that can definitely affect somebody's rhythm drastically.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I see like you've been home for a minute, during the pandemic. You talking about like playing leagues, local within your area, so that way you can, kind of keep your skills up to par.
Hmm.
Um, how do you discover the Maryland Jewels though?
So I want to say I think I saw it, if I'm not mistaken, from Daria on Instagram. Daria is another Maryland Jewel on the team, and I think I saw them like promoting it. And I'm like, so I saw it like I think it was like 2019 when the Jewels first started. Or no?
I think Shannon told me like they started in 2017.
Okay, so yeah, I found out like when I graduated from Syracuse, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I never like tapped into it for real. And then shoot, like after the Piss League, I saw that they was doing tryouts, and I was talking to my mom. I was like, this might be like a good opportunity. Like you never know what might could come out of it. So I was like, shoot, let me just try out. And then I tried out, and then I don't know. It's just been a good vibe since I joined the team for real. Everybody got along well, like during the tryouts. Everybody helping each other. So I really enjoy being on the team. It's like um, another family for me for real. Because every team that I join is like a family. So I just like how easily like we clicked as a team. Not only like on the court, but off the court as well. Like everybody is willing to help each other. And yeah, it's like a very understanding group. So I enjoy being on the team a lot.
Yeah, I mean, from the 2 games I saw you play against the RVA Roadrunners and Steel City Queens, you seem like a group that really do enjoy each other company a lot.
Yeah, and we haven't even known each other for a long time for real. So yeah, we still trying to break the ice a little bit, but yeah, I enjoy the vibes on the team.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. I mean, you guys seem to get along pretty well. You guys definitely play the game hard. I mean, especially from a defensive end, like y'all can definitely give some people some problems for real.
Yeah, and it starts with Essence for real. That's our spark on the team. Like she gets us going on the defensive end for sure.
Nice, nice. Um, with that being said, I know that we're about to head into game 4 against the DC Cyclones this Friday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What are some of the things that, you kind of feel like, as a team, not calling anybody out, just general observation. What is like some of the things that you feel like the team kind of needs to improve on, to not only get the dub, this upcoming Friday, but also kind of keep the momentum going? Because I definitely know you guys are trying to get that first win of the season.
Facts. Well, we score a lot in transition, so we just gotta find more ways to score, especially in like the half court setting. Like as far as like moving the ball, I know we like pass and shoot a lot. It's just like one pass and we shooting. So I would say we just need to work on our half court plays. We need to work on like rebounding on the defensive end. Like we give up a lot of second chance opportunities and defense for real. I know you said we did good on defense on Saturday, but we definitely could do better. And I would say, I feel like that's it for real. We need to just do better on our half court setting plays, rebounding, and just staying locked in throughout the whole game, not just the first half or the second half. Like we just need to stay locked in for the whole game, and I think we'll be good.
Yeah, I personally believe that you guys are not that far off. Honestly, I mean, granted, I just found out recently that most of you guys are either new or kind of like new-ish. So learning, learning each other, and just trying to go through that process while doing that in a season is not an easy thing to do. But I could definitely tell that. From an attitude perspective, you guys are doing pretty well, conducting yourselves. I can definitely understand.
That's good to hear from an outside point of view. So
yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand some of the frustrations that take place. I get that. I mean, because that's basketball, and nobody is trying to lose games. Like, so I get that. But overall, like, y'all demeanor for the most part has been pretty solid. I'm like, oh, okay, like their headspace is in the right place. So, I just want to commend y'all for that.
Appreciate it. Like I said, it's good to hear like an outside point of view. Like we always just hear our opinion. So it's good to hear that from somebody watching.
Yeah, I feel like you guys, really do respect each other, not only as individuals but as players. And I can definitely tell, especially in the timeouts, how y'all conduct yourselves. I can tell, like, okay, like even if there is a little bit of, I would say, like intense fellowship, as some people will call it, or intense conversation, I can tell, like, oh, okay, like they're being respectful. I don't hear like cussing or throwing chairs or or like slamming the ball down or like going off the hinges. I mean, so that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we definitely have our moments because like we get frustrated, but as far as like doing all the extras, we don't have none of that. I mean, we're all grown, so I feel like.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely grown. I mean, let's not get that twisted one bit. I mean, I understand. I mean, grown people handle things a little bit differently than people who are not grown. So there's no disrespect there. Like I mean, I used to play basketball. I mean, I currently play dodgeball, not semi-professionally anymore, but just kind of as a hobby. But I can definitely understand those moments of like, I get it. So
yeah, it definitely gets frustrating at times, but we try to find a way to communicate with each other without doing all the extras. So that's good.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's a very important trait, not only on the court, but also off the court as well.
Right.
With that being said, is there anything else that you would like to let the audience know?
Please, if you're free, on Friday we have a home game at the Athletic Republic. We play the DC Cyclones, so we both from the DMV area, but if you could come out and support us, we'll really appreciate it.
You heard her, y'all. Y'all need to come out, see some solid basketball. Both teams are making statements in their own unique way, and it's going to be a fun matchup. I'm definitely looking forward to the little cross rivalry between the two teams.
Yeah, me too.
With that being said, Raven, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day and having this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. And with that, we'll see y'all at the next go round.